No way. No flipping way. Chelsea buy Lacroix for £52 million. Chelsea are having a great summer campaign so far. But this video here is solely going to be about Lacroix. And I feel like that is a brilliant buy for me, probably the buy of the summer for Chelsea so far, and potentially the whole Premier League summer campaign. Now, in this video here, let's go through Maxence Lacroix's profile and why he could be the next Van Dijk for Van Dijk, however you say it, for Chelsea. So height, this guy is 6'4". And guys, before you watch any further, please subscribe to the channel. That'd be great. He's 6'4". So that means he's tall, he's strong and dominant in the air and ground. And we saw that frequently throughout Crystal Palace last season, over the past 2 seasons. This guy is big, he's strong, dominant, stands his ground. Chelsea have that stonewall factor right now in this guy, Lacroix. Now, the next part here is that he is a proven winner. This guy has won the FA Cup, Community Shield, and UEFA Conference League at Crystal Palace. So he has that already winning mentality. He's not coming into Chelsea winning nothing or winning his first trophy. He's an experienced winner, and Chelsea are a winning team. Chelsea are one of the biggest clubs in the UK. He comes in with a winning mentality, ready to win and sweep all for Chelsea next season. The next part here is that he's very, very fast. In fact, he's quite fast for his height. He's 6'4", 6'3", but this guy is super fast. In fact, he is one of the fastest defenders in the Premier League. What does that mean? That means that pace allows him to track rapid attackers, recover ground effectively, run quickly, which is a great feature for a centre-back. In fact, he is actually one of the top 5 fastest centre-backs in the Premier League, recording a top speed of 35.8 kilometers. That is insane for a centre-back that is 6'4", 6'3". This guy literally could be the next Van Dijk for Chelsea. Now, not only is he fast, he's great at one-on-ones. Chelsea are getting a player that excels at one-on-one situations. What does that mean? Throughout the past 2 years at Crystal Palace, players found it hard to get past him. He's fast, he's strong, he's quick. He reads the game effectively. In fact, stats say that he is potentially the best Premier League dominance in individual ground and aerial battles, often stepping out of the defensive line to aggressively intercept or win the ball. In fact, he wins possession 50.5% of the time. That is insane. Basically, 1 in 2 chances, this guy will win the ball back easily from an attacker. Now, another thing I like about this guy is that he has no major injury record. If we go back to his time at Wolfsburg to Crystal Palace, he on average plays 30 games plus. In fact, last season, he made 55 appearances in all competitions for Palace. 55 appearances. He is reliable. He's not injury prone. He has no major injury record. Chelsea gets a centre back that is simply a strong guy physically and does not get injured and is simply very reliable. The other part is that he is tactically versatile. So what does that mean? He's comfortable playing in a back 4 or a back 3. So what does that mean? So if Alonso wants to play a high line, he has a fast centre back that can, if they lose the ball, run after the ball, win it back, play a nice pass. And the fact that he's able to play in a back 3 benefits Alonso. We know Alonso is a big fan of the 3-4-3 formation. He played it at Real Madrid. He played it at Bayer Leverkusen. And he's also going to play it, I agree, in my opinion, at Chelsea. So this guy is experienced at playing in the back 3. He knows his role. He knows what's required in playing in the back 3. So that means he's tactically versatile, playing across a back 4 or back 3. This is a great buy by Alonso. Now, it appears to me that Chelsea have given the keys to Alonso. they're getting the players he needs for his system, the player he wants for his system. And I believe that Lacroix could be a great player for the Xabi Alonso system. The pressing, the passing, the movement, the spraying passes from defensive to attack, playing in the back three. This guy could bring a whole different dimension to Chelsea if I keep it real with you guys. This is a great buy. In fact, in my opinion, he had a great campaign last season. He was strong defensively. He was solid. I wouldn't say he's top 10 centre-back in the world or super world class. He's a great centre-back that is actually moving towards world class. He's not on the Saliba level yet. He's not on that level yet, but he's working towards there. He was in the France World Cup team. He made it into the squad. And if you're part of a World Cup squad, you're quite simply one of the best in your country. Yes, so he may not be as good as Saliba, but he's getting there. He has that potential. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this guy will develop at Chelsea. I'm looking forward to seeing how will Alonso use Lacroix. Now, in my opinion, I feel like the 3-4-3 is going to be the main possession at Chelsea. And 3-4-3 has been very successful for Chelsea in the past. We saw 3-4-3 being used by Conte in the 16-17 season, which Chelsea won the Premier League. And they were high-flying that year. They were high-flying. And I feel like Alonso is going to bring back that system with even more interesting players to implement that system. Chelsea are backing Alonso. They're bringing in the right players. And I think like this guy could have a phenomenal season next season for Chelsea and be vital, especially in that Chelsea defensive part of the pitch. His position in the back three is going to be very interesting to see. How will Alonso utilize this kind of player? And if things go well for this guy, he may become the next Van Dijk. And the reason why I say the next Van Dijk is because they're tall. Both Van Dijk and him are tall. Both of them are fast. Both of them read the game well. Both of them are tall, strong, and dominant in the air. Both of them can play in the in the back three and in the back four. Chelsea have a young man with super big potential, and I'm looking forward to seeing how they're going to fit him in that system. I'm looking forward to seeing the first few pre-season games at Chelsea. What will Alonso play? What formation will he try out in pre-season games? What players, will make that first team? If you're going to spend, and in fact, right, if I'm honest with you, £52 million, you could say is a bargain for a player like this. And we know that Premier League players, if they had one great season, couple great seasons, the prices get inflated. They get inflated. We've seen throughout the past summer, this summer, players going for crazy amounts of prices because they're playing in the Premier League. And I feel like £52 million for a 26-year-old, still young, in his prime, is getting better. I feel like that is a bargain. That's a good deal. And well done to Chelsea for agreeing to that. Now, I don't know if that £56 million is a buyout clause or that was something that they agreed on. But Chelsea fans should be happy that it's not £100 million or £80 million because the market right now is super inflated. You're getting a young centre-back, 26 years old, coming off a great campaign last season for Crystal Palace, a proven winner, a French, in the World Cup French squad, showing that he's one of the best in France in his position. In my opinion, Chelsea is the right step for this guy to make it in the big time. And if he's able to play in that 3-4-3 formation for Alonso and implement Alonso's vision as that defender, spraying passes, using his vision to open up the game, sending the ball to midfield or to the attack, this guy could have a phenomenal time at Chelsea. Let me know what you thought in the comment section below. subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks for watching.